Global protein demand is set to double by 2050, and this could be a climate disaster, but it could also be great news for the planet and for profit if we look to alternative proteins to drive food security while cutting carbon. While we are witnessing alternative proteins capture billions in investment and headlines, the path to mass adoption is still riddled with scientific, regulatory, and consumer hurdles. At Climate Group, we work with governments, with corporates, academia, and other experts on shifting public food demand towards lower carbon protein diversification. Governments, for instance, can and should procure the food for their schools, their hospitals, their prisons in a healthier, lower carbon way, and companies can help them achieve that. When we talk about protein diversification, we mean a focus on plant forward, so less animal proteins and more plant based protein. This could be pulses, cereals, and soy products, as well as blended products and meat and dairy alternatives. In the run up to Climate Week NYC, where there are dozens of sessions on food and agriculture, we talk with several experts on this topic. And today, we discuss protein diversification with Lisa Sweet, Director of Private Sector Engagement at Tilt Collective. Welcome, Lisa, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
To start right off, can you tell us what Tilt Collective is and what you do?
Tilt Collective is a global philanthropic initiative working to create a sustainable and resilient food system for people and planet. We work with organizations and movements across climate, health, nature, and justice, building capacity, capability, and collaboration for scale faster and smarter. As Tilt's private sector director, I bridge the catalytic support of philanthropy with the scale of industry to drive collective and individual corporate action towards systemic change. I collaborate with NGOs, businesses, investors, and innovators to shift procurement, investment, and innovation towards a plant-rich food system, and to amplify business voices in advocating for policy reforms that are essential to our future.
Thanks. And we are really excited and really grateful for the collaboration that Tilt Collective and Climate Group have around Climate Week. Can you tell us a bit more about what that collaboration is and why is it so important?
Well, we're partnering with Climate Group because food is one of the most powerful climate solutions we have. And Climate Week is the perfect place. It brings together key actors who can drive change, and it spotlights the solutions we need for real climate action. So here's the reality. Food systems account for nearly a third of global greenhouse gas emissions, and yet they only receive about 2.5% of climate finance. The math just doesn't add up. If the climate community doesn't tackle food, we won't solve climate change. And for too long, food systems have been overlooked, while investment and attention has flowed into sectors like energy and transport. But the truth is, investing in a plant-rich food system delivers 5 times more climate impact per dollar spent than renewables, and 4 times more than electric vehicles. And that's really just the start of the impact. These investments also protect nature, and they deliver huge health benefits. In other words, one solution tackles many of today's biggest challenges all at once. And that's why we're so excited for this partnership in Climate Week. This is our chance to put the food systems where they belong, at the center of climate, health, and economic action.
What kind of role do you see for funders in the food space?
So shifting to a plant-rich food system is a solution that only has about 2% of its funding needs met. A big part of our role at Tilt Collective is helping to grow philanthropic support. We provide new research to show philanthropy just how powerful the impact of investing in sustainable and healthy food systems can be. Our research shows that just 250 to 500 million in philanthropic investment could unlock 4 to 7 billion in public and private finance. This is exactly the catalytic role that philanthropy can play in the food and climate space, helping to de-risk and bring in additional funding needed for change. Philanthropy is also needed to build strong science-based evidence and narratives, and to break silos between different pillars and communities. So we are increasingly working to bring together stakeholders across climate and nature, health and justice, to drive a more holistic movement for change.
In your opinion, what are the economic opportunities and the benefits in transitioning from animal-based to plant-based or alternative proteins in the food system?
So first, I think it's important to ground ourselves in the size of the food system. The global food system is massive. It's $7.8 trillion of GDP, 1.2 billion jobs, and it feeds the entire planet. And because of that sheer scale, the food system's impact, on both climate and society makes it an economic imperative. But the food system hides a $15 trillion cost to our health and the environment annually. So it sounds like bad news, right? But here's the exciting part. The biggest opportunity to flip that around is by shifting to plant-rich food systems. Let me give you one clear example of economic opportunity here. By 2050, the shift to plant-rich food systems can unlock $3.4 trillion every single year in productivity gains because healthier people are simply more productive, not just at work, but at home and in life. And so we're talking about a triple win here: better health, stronger economies, and a safer climate. And at the end of the day, better food means better lives for everyone.
As a final question, what is the specific role in changes in the food system for the private sector, for instance, for retailers, gastronomy, food manufacturers?
Well, when we look at food systems transformation over the past decade, so much of the focus has been on production. How do we grow the food that's there? At Tilt Collective, we also see a tremendous opportunity on the consumption or the demand side because private sector plays a huge role in shaping the food environments that people live in every day. So what do I mean by food environments? It's really the physical, economic, and cultural surroundings that influence what we eat every day. What's available? How affordable is it? How is it marketed? And how appealing does it look? Put more simply, how do we make the healthy and sustainable choice the easy and attractive and delicious choice? So let's get specific. For supermarkets in the retail sector, the role is clear. Make plant-rich options available, affordable, convenient, and desirable. We've already seen some really encouraging steps from two of the world's largest retailers, Lidl and Ahold Delhaize. Their commitments and in-store changes set the tone for the kind of transformation we need at scale across all of retail. For the food service providers and the clients they serve, how can procurement decisions reshape menus to offer balanced, diverse, and delicious plant-rich options? One powerful example is Sodexo working together with New York Health and hospitals. Their menu changes have led to a 36% increase in patients choosing plant-based entrees voluntarily. Patient satisfaction went up, and now the program is expanding to 400 hospitals across the US. And then there are food manufacturers. Innovation here can improve taste and nutrition while reducing salt, sugar, and fat. The Physicians Association for Nutrition recently highlighted how replacing processed meats with plant-based alternatives can cut saturated fat, keep protein levels high, and add more fiber. A win all around. The bottom line, transforming what we eat is one of the fastest, most affordable, and most powerful levers for change. And business action is critical, but they can't do it alone. We need the private sector actors not only to be implementers, but also advocates, pushing for bold policy shifts and enabling incentives, ones which make healthy and sustainable plant-rich offerings the best business choice.